bolts out of here, maybe. Oh, it's actually got some weight sitting on it. I may have to get this picked up off the bottom. There were 4 bolts on the bottom, but I didn't see these. They actually bolted the parking stand to the bottom of this crate. So 4 more bolts to go, and then I can get this off of here. These are nice bolts, and they actually have the lock nuts on there. There we go. All right. So I thought we would just have a PTO shaft, but we got the owner's manual here. What have I got? A sticker? Yeah, it's a sticker. MechMaxx, and it's white letters. All right. And a little bit of hardware. This is the chainsaw bracket, I think. No other fasteners in here, so I'm going to have to look at some other stuff. So there might be something in this manual holder. They just have it zip tied. Oh yeah, that's where the good stuff is. And in this spot is the bottom deflector. Oh, cool. It even came with some wrenches. All right, this thing here gets rotated up. Need to get myself more organized. Yep, 4 big ones there. All right. Hey, I think it's kind of exciting. This is the first attachment I've ever bought that came with a top link pin already on it. Does the deflector go on the top or on the bottom? I read the instructions, but then I forgot. All right, goes on the top. That's what I thought I remembered. This thing's a little bit awkward. Feels like it's 15 pounds. You have to hold it and start a nut at the same time. So it gets a washer on top, washer and nut on the bottom. The bolts were already in the chainsaw holder. That's handy. And almost every nut they've had has been these nylock nuts, so that's pretty good. Better than I expected. You don't have to do anything here if you have just a standard hitch, but I'm using a quick hitch, so I've got to install the bushings. This isn't quite what I like. There's about an inch gap on each side, so I may have to add some more spacer to this later. I think it'll still let me pick it up for now. These pins here seem unnecessarily long. They could be 2 inches shorter and still work. And here's the top link. I'm not sure which hole to use. I'm just going to put this one in the middle. We'll see in a minute. Oh, that's better. I got that pallet and that shipping frame out of the way. I did have to move to the bottom hole up here to use the quick hitch. Depends on how you use yours, because I've got all my stuff set to use the same pins on the adjustable hook, so I want everything to be the same. Bottom hole works for me. Now we need to check out the torque on the cutting teeth and then check out the PTO shaft. I did forget to mount one thing, the manual holder. Now this thing has 34 teeth on it, and you gotta check the torques on these. You need a 24, millimeter socket, and a torque wrench that can go up to 160 pounds. This one has a max of 203, so it's a good one. It's a Tecton. Not too badly priced if you get from Amazon. And to make sure you don't lose your place, get you a marker. This is a Sharpie. I'd rather use a paint marker, but something just to make a mark so you don't lose your place, lose your count. Just got this pry bar stuck through here. All right, lucky for you viewers, you get to skip this part. We'll come back later. Of course, they can't have these tight and ready to go from the factory. Ain't that nice?
It's pink, so it's bright and pink and pretty.
It's a pretty pink marker.
She's got the top.
All right, so I've got all the ones that I can get to, but I can't get the torque wrench on the outer 4. So what they give you is this wrench. They call it a torque adapter, but I have no way of getting the torque reading with this. But I'm just gonna tighten it the best I can. I know about what the others felt like. It's hard to get leverage with such a short, so I'm just going to use the other wrench trick here. All right, that one's good. Now we get to play with this clutch. Now in the book it says you can measure the springs, and I think I'm going to have to let these out. I got 31 millimeters. And 31 millimeters is about at the 35 horsepower level. Let's back this one off a little. Don't know how much a quarter rotation is going to change this. What does half a turn get me? 31.2, 31.8. Slight bit more. 32.1. I've went too far. 31.7. That is the 25 horsepower range. A little bit high, but it may be okay. $31.9. That'll do it. Mark that one. I'm going to measure. I'm going to measure from that shaft to the one on the tractor. I'm going to go from groove to groove. All right, groove to groove is 37 3/4 right now. I think this is fully collapsed. It is. So from that bolt hole to the lock pin is 34 inches, and I have 3 3/4 to spare. I won't have to cut this at all. Most likely the reason I don't have to cut this is because of the quick hitch, which is kind of in my way right now. This is one of those jobs I think would be a lot better with 2 people. Ow! Whew! Watch that cover. Just smashed my own finger. Ah, there we go. we go. I think that if you can put the PTO shaft on like this, it means it's not too long. But I've got plenty of room to retract it all the way out and get it off. I should have put a little grease on the tractor shaft. And a little stiff. There we go. The lock pin is set and this is on. Wonder where they intended for the clutch side chain to get snapped in. Now here's a spot that might work. I don't know if I really like that either, but it looks like the best one so far. The great thing, if your tractor has a lever to let you decouple the rear PTO, then you can free spin something with the shaft on. Well, that concludes the full install and setup of this. I even put the chainsaw on just to try it out. If you're into that sort of thing, you can use it. I'm not sure that I will. But you don't want the saw here while you run the stump grinder. It's just there to take it somewhere. So I've got everything connected. All the bolts are tightened. I've torqued everything down and hooked up the shaft. This is ready to go. The instructions actually say all the grease points are full of grease. Do not add any more. So now it's ready. Hey, that's all I have for this video. I appreciate you taking time to watch it, and if you want to see this in action, subscribe and make sure you don't miss the next video.